this lesson on exercise. Though I do not think that I've mentioned it before, I've actually been diagnosed with ADHD myself. My parents opted against medication when I was a child, and I did relatively well in school and did not have any major disruptive behaviors in the classroom. As a result, my parents opted to not have me treated. That said, I will admit that I had wonderfully understanding teachers. I remember when I was in 3rd grade, my teacher quickly recognized that in the early part of the afternoon, I would start to become more fidgety and a little more restless. Her response? Instead of punishing me or encouraging my parents in the direction of medication, she allowed me a few minutes to go outside and run around the building. That's right, she would send me outside, I would run a couple of laps around the building, and then come back in. It didn't take much time and was not disruptive to my daily schedule, yet it afforded me the opportunity to use up some of my excess energy and refocus for the remainder of the day. While these types of strategies are rarely used in schools today, I use it as a good indication of the benefits of exercise and physical activity. By now, we have all heard of the benefits of exercise. The chemical and physical effects on our body are undeniable. Physical exertion produces a cascade of chemicals and hormones throughout your body. The main chemicals important here are the endorphins. Endorphins are similar to hormones and assist in the regulation of mood, pleasure, and pain. They also have a direct effect on other neurochemicals, such as neurotransmitters, like dopamine and norepinephrine, which you probably remember from previous lessons because they're associated with ADHD. Together, these chemicals are responsible for attention and focus. In fact, most ADHD medications focus on increasing dopamine and norepinephrine. So exercise, because it has an effect on these neurotransmitters, is an easy, inexpensive, and side effect-free way to treat symptoms of ADHD. The other effect of exercise on our overall functioning is that it offers a reset. That is, those with ADHD have a difficult time sustaining their attention and overall cognitive energy. Exercise is like a trip to the gas station. It refuels our reserves, allows us to get back to work. For those reasons, I often recommend brain breaks, where we allow brief, maybe 3 to 5 minute breaks during homework or other activities that require sustained focus and attention. Again, these brief physical activities provide the rest that kids with ADHD need to make it through the rest of the task. Now, a myth about exercise is the perceived need for the activity to be organized. Many believe that they have to go to the gym or participate in an exercise class, such as Zumba, to get the exercise they need. Admittedly, some people need that kind of structure. They need the obligation of being somewhere at a specific time, or else they'll find an excuse to skip exercising that day. For others, though, regular exercise can be much less formal. Research suggests that 30 minutes of mild to moderate exercise, just 4 times a week, is really all that is needed for positive results. Now, this could include a 30-minute walk, a 30-minute ride on a stationary or non-stationary bike, or a 30-minute aerobic program every other day. Most of us, if we really looked at our schedule, could fit this in. Now, a great way to use exercise with your child is to exercise with them. Go with them on a bike ride or for a walk. Use it as an opportunity to talk with them and connect with them. This will improve your relationship with your child while also improving your and your child's health and well-being. Again, as we've had before, this is a win-win. I am also a proponent of youth sports. While I do not believe that children need to be involved in highly competitive athletics, competition is a great way to learn sportsmanship, social skills, and learn how to handle the complexity of winning and losing. That is all in addition to the benefits of the physical exercise from practices and competitions. So whether it's a team sport such as soccer, baseball, or basketball, or an individual sport such as martial arts, gymnastics, or even golf, I routinely encourage parents to get their children involved in some physical activity. Of all the lessons we have made it through thus far, this lesson was probably the most obvious to many of you. As you were going through the lesson, you were probably asking yourself, when is he going to say something I don't already know? I suppose that's the point. We know all of this already, yet we allow our children to live sedentary lives. We allow them to play video games for hours every day because, well, if we're being brutally honest, it is easier for us. They are out of our hair so we can get things done that we need or want to get done. Instead, we need to shift the paradigm back to what we know to be beneficial. We need to go back to a time when kids played outside, dealt with the social and relational issues in the neighborhood, and managed to learn how their body works. As we look at today's society, we often complain that it's different than it was when we were kids. We complain that kids today spend more time inside than they do outside. Well, that in some part is our fault. We're allowing that to happen. We're not encouraging our kids to go outside and play. So when our kids won't go out and play on their own, I often encourage parents to go out and play with them. Yes, I know you had a long day at work, and yes, I know it's not as easy for you to move as it used to be, but getting out and exercising is actually really good for you too. So if you agree with that, which I hope you will, great. Now get your kids outside to play, and if you want, go out and play with them. All right, that was a short lesson, but certainly worth pointing out. If you have any interests or have any questions or comments, please write to us in the discussion section. Let us know what you think, what's worked for you, and maybe some things that you've struggled with. Thanks, we look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you in the next lesson.